Hi, I just want to go over a little bit about week one assignment expectations. Our content is human behavior and organizational structure. Let's take a look at what our competencies are for this week, which are what skills do I need to succeed? So we're going to apply theories and concepts of human behavior in the analysis of an organizational system, structure, and culture. And then specifically this week, we're going to explore the influence of gender and how a person may view power, differentiate among different types of power and the resulting effects on human behavior, explain how the structure of an organization can facilitate or impede progress, and describe strategies the leader or manager can use to develop an optimal organizational culture. You can take a look at what our assignments are for this week, and our topic is power. For our direct study, you're going to explore the influence of gender and how a person may view power, and you're going to differentiate among different types of power and the resulting effects on human behavior. So this should be a 2 to 3 page paper with some critical thinking and analysis of your research findings. You want to have a title and a reference page. It should have at least 3 scholarly resources, and remember what scholarly resources are. And power is an essential component of leadership and management. Do you think that gender affects a person's opinion about power? And expound on that reply. Effective nurse leaders use power to affect change in healthcare settings. There are several types of power. Please differentiate among the various types of power and how they affect human behavior. For some reason, this picture reminds me of my granddaughter, and that kind of makes me happy. So think about, what do you feel was the most powerful, or who do you feel was the most powerful in your family while growing up, and why? Did you grow up in a patriarchal family? Did you grow up in a matriarchal family? Was the power shared among everybody? The types of power that you'll read about in the assignments this week are reward power, coercive power, legitimate power, expert power, referent power, charismatic, and informational power. Now let's take a look at your assignment for this week. You're going to explain how the structure of an organization facilitates or impedes progress, and you're going to describe strategies the leader or manager may use to develop an optimal organizational culture. So organizational structure refers to the way in which a group is formed, its lines of communication, and its means for channeling authority. Describe the difference between formal and informal structures. Explain how the structure of an organization can facilitate or impede its progress, and then discuss 3 strategies the leader and/or manager can use to develop an optimal organizational culture. Again, this is going to be like a regular assignment, a 3-page paper using APA guidelines. You should have 3 scholarly resources. So we'll take a quick look at the informal, and formal organizations. Each organization has a formal and informal structure. They don't have one or the other. Each organization will have both. The formal structure is generally the highly planned and visible one, and the informal structure is the unplanned and often hidden one. Types of these organizational structural patterns used in any healthcare facility will affect communication, relationships, and authority. The different types of organizational structural patterns can be line structures or bureaucratic. They can be of an ad hoc design. They can be a matrix structure. They can be a service line organization, or they can be what's called flat designs. Are you aware of what the current organizational structure is in your facility? Think about that for a little bit before you answer it. Do you sit on any councils or committees at your facility? Do you feel that your voice is heard as a result of membership on this? Do you think that the council that you sit on has any power? There are certainly a lot of different committees and councils that nurses can sit at where they work. There are clinical practice, educational committees, quality, research, and also think about how empowered do you feel on a daily basis at work, whether you're a nurse leader, in education, a staff nurse, um, no matter what you do, think about the amount of power that you have. And then lastly, do you know what patient care delivery model is used at your facility? Is it like a mix of a couple different ones, or are you strictly using one? And which model do you think would be most effective, and do you think that would be feasible where you work? I wish us a good week. Please reach out to me via email if you have any questions. Thanks.